Welcome back to Nolan Knows Podcast with Paul. Week 13 now. It's pretty crazy. We pretty much have 3 weeks of like the full season, including the conference championship playoffs. And it's just crazy how time flies, honestly. Week 13. Paul, how we doing?
Good. Yeah, it does fly. Glad we got the pod in. You were almost asleep, but we did it.
It's a
and
late
I got
night.
a conflict tomorrow, so no, it is. I hear you.
No, it's all good. We power through during the season. It's a grind, but we love it.
Yes.
All right. I was 6-5 this past week. Currently 59-45. So far 57%. Paul 6-5 last week as well. 59-63 overall and 48% now. So working your way back up.
Not the best, but working the
You
way
might have been
up. I'd love to
6-4
get
actually.
to
I've
like.
got to double check that actually.
Say again.
I know you pushed the San Diego State game. I got to check back on that.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to post this shit too. Yeah, you went 6-4. That's my bad.
Okay. So I'm 59-62.
I'll check that.
Okay.
Technical difficulties.
All right, so yeah, I'm 48, 49%, whatever it may be, and yeah, I'd love to get to like 53 by the end of the season to be in the black.
Hell yeah.
So we're
Any
close. We can get
noise
there.
coming in?
No noise. Faded.
Faded?
Not faded, but like I feel like we're in the part of the season where people aren't caring as much.
Yeah. They'll
But
start
it'll pick
caring as
back
soon
up
as it
for the
gets.
playoffs.
Next couple of weeks for sure.
Yeah. This is the week where it starts, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Here we go. John Diarco. Always can count on you, bud. Welcome back, Paulie in America. Missed the pod last week. Happy to see the boys back in action. Probably lean SMU in the BC game because of BC starting quarterback getting benched and then quitting distraction, and SMU really puts it on the teams. I think BC covered that one actually, didn't they?
Did they?
I don't know. I
know.
gotta check that out. I know I
didn't
didn't
have
put
it.
anything on it, but he said I like Seahawks plus 6.5. That hit, and low key the Jets -4. That didn't hit,
Did
but
not hit.
fade accordingly. Good luck, boys.
BC lost by 10. The line.
By 10.
I don't know what the line was.
I thought it was like 11.5. I want to say off the top of my head.
Where the fuck is it? I can't find the line. I'll look for it. I don't know why it's not.
Yeah.
On my phone, I find it all the time.
Yeah,
Oh, here it
it's always
is
at the
now.
bottom.
Yeah, they were. BC was plus 19.5, so they come
Oh
easily.
shit, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, covered easily. Well, he has something to hang his hat on for BC in that one.
Well, I think he said SMU, didn't he?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm saying he's a BC fan though. He can hang his
yeah,
hat on. They covered.
Gotcha.
Any college football news stories? I got nothing. No, I'm kidding. Classic. What do you think of the SEC bias in the playoff right now?
Yeah, so I heard a lot about this where people are pissed that the SEC has 5 teams in as of right now, I think. Let me just confirm. Texas, Ole Miss, Georgia, Bama, and... Is that it? Is there only 4?
Yeah, I'm just counting 4.
I guess, but they could possibly have Tennessee because they're like the first team
Yeah,
out.
they're right on the outside.
Yeah, I feel like the SEC just has the better teams. I honestly buy into the bias for sure. I think the top 4 SEC teams would beat the shit out of Notre Dame, not Ohio State, but Penn State. I think they would whoop up on, and Indiana.
Yeah.
I think they would whoop on too. So they all play each other. So it's just a function of like they're gonna catch losses here and there. Georgia has played a hell of a schedule. Ole Miss has played a decent schedule as well. Alabama obviously has. Like, these teams are good and they're playing each other. like cannibalizing themselves. So, like Indiana, I was looking at it today. They have played like the bottom of the Big Ten. They haven't played anybody at the top of it. So,
sure.
like, yes, they're undefeated. We'll see what happens with Ohio State. I don't think they should necessarily be knocked out by any means, but like these Big Ten teams, I don't think are anywhere near as good as the middle of the road Georgias and
The only
like,
Big
not
Ten
middle of the
team
road,
I
but
think
like
that could like compete with everybody is Oregon. Like I don't think Ohio State or Penn State can, or
you don't
Indiana,
think Ohio
obviously.
State can really?
I think they'd lose in the semifinals. Really, I think they
Really?
get past the first
Because
round.
they have the best odds to win the whole thing right now.
Really, I'm
Yeah,
surprised by that.
I mean they I think have the best roster. I just heard that their center towards Achilles too, and he's
Oh,
been playing
jeez.
well.
Because
So.
I don't know them going against Texas. I just think Texas is a lot
See,
better.
everyone thinks, or not everyone, but I've been hearing a lot of people think that Texas is actually pretty overrated because they haven't beaten anybody, with the exception of like Michigan,
Yeah, I guess they
who's
haven't really.
not really anybody. The only tough team they played is Georgia, and they lost.
Yeah,
So I'm kind of in that camp of fade
maybe
Texas.
Ohio State. I think Ohio State's gonna win this week, but I think it's gonna be a close game, much closer than people think.
Yeah, I mean Ohio State lost by 1 on the road to Oregon.
Yeah, that's true.
So, they could definitely win.
And they
a
probably should have
rematch.
won, but Will Howard fucking slid too
Yeah.
late.
They could definitely win a rematch there. I think that, like, an SEC team is still going to win the whole thing. But either
I
an
think
SEC team or Ohio State, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think we could all agree. I think it's pretty wide open, to be honest. Like, who
Definitely.
would be in that final?
Great year for 12 teams. Great
Yeah.
year.
For sure. All right. On to the Rutgers-Oklahoma segment. Rutgers with another nice win against Maryland. Honestly, they've won 2 straight, which aren't bad wins. And now they got Illinois coming into town. I will be in attendance. We'll see how it goes, but I'm not going to bet or anything on that one, but just thought I should mention it. They've been playing better. We'll see how they do the rest of the season. Probably end up Pinstripe Bowl once again.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a big game for them, obviously, but it is a. I mean, the line's -1 for Illinois, so it's like a
Yeah.
very evenly matched game. I think it'll tell them a little bit more about like where they actually are in the Big Ten. Are they middle of the pack, trending towards like upper, or are they like dead middle, trending down a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think the
Illinois is
last
a
few
good
games we've
measuring
seen them,
stick.
they've been playing well. So
Yeah.
they've been playing a lot better than they were in, I guess, the middle of the season.
Yep.
But we'll see. I'll keep a close eye on the stands. Probably going to be 55. Pretty windy though. I think it's like 20-mile-an-hour winds. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, and then Oklahoma has Alabama coming to town as 14-point favorites, and I mean, we'll get into it, but Oklahoma is a bottom 5 SEC
Bottom
team.
of the barrel.
Pretty pathetic.
That's just
Yeah.
that just look how much this game would mean to them.
Who?
Their whole season like this, Oklahoma, and they could still make a bowl. Like this is such a big game for that. I mean, we'll get into it. But
Yeah, it is. They may not have the Jimmies and the Joes is the problem, but yeah.
yeah. All right, let's recap week 12 picks. Big news: the money underdog parlay hit plus 978.
Nice win.
Florida, Air Force, and Kansas. So huge. We were so close. The week before this, we
Yes.
lost by 1. It was the Utah game.
Yeah.
And they lost to BYU. Unbelievable. How close we've been on most of these.
Yep.
I
978
do like
was
some
nice.
dogs coming up, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Back
And
to
I
back.
think it's even. No. So we've lost every other one, right? So, but we
Yeah.
missed a few that we didn't actually put in. It's probably
Yeah, that's true. It
slightly
probably is around
up on the year.
Yeah. Nice.
978 was nice.
No, yeah, it's a good hit. Friday Night Lights, UCLA traveled to Washington, take on the Huskies. Turned out to be a good game, but Washington is just the better team at home, honestly. Solid defense, not bad offense, able to get it done. And UCLA's been a hot team lately. They were pretty good, but both Paul and I won that one. Good hit. You watched that one?
I did not know.
No. Damn, Friday night, too. Colorado took on Utah, got the win by above 10. Now they go into Kansas City, actually. They're playing Kansas. It was red hot. Big challenge for them. They still got the Big 12 championship in their sights. I mean, let's see what comes down to Deion, Shador, and Travis Hunter, because this is like pretty much the biggest game of their college careers coming up, so we'll see.
It is. I'm interested in what your thoughts are for the game when we get to it, but it's crazy how Colorado's whole season could look so different if they didn't hit that Hail Mary against Baylor.
Oh, my God.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Lost unbelievable. And then the guy fumbled in overtime on the half-yard line.
Yeah.
But it could have been a total change.
Clemson traveled to Pitt and looked like somewhat of an ugly game for Clemson until Klubnik ran for 50 yards. Ended up getting the win, but they didn't get the cover. Fortunately, we both lost that one.
This one sucked. I feel like Clemson just played like absolute garbage.
Yeah, they didn't look that good. They were going up against fucking backup quarterback at Pitt. Fucking Holstein's out, and it's just ugly. Tulane dominated Navy 35-0.
Might be the end of it.
Yeah, can't ride it anymore. Illini took it to Sparty, comfortable 38-16 win. See, now you go into Rutgers, you just had that nice little letdown spot. I don't know. Rutgers might be in a good spot there. Florida took on LSU, and Florida came in as 4-point dogs, one of our winners in the Moneyline parlay. But honestly, just LSU coming off that blowout loss to Bama. Just a good spot for Florida in that one. So I took them in that.
Did you see Chip Kelly? Fucking, what's his name? What's LSU's coach name? Brian
Kelly.
Yeah. Like ripping the one player. It was all over like
I don't know if I
Instagram
saw
and stuff. Yeah, he was like screaming at him, being like, "Do you know who the fuck I am?" type of deal. Like, are you not coachable or some nonsense? It was a pretty viral video.
Jesus.
Yeah, total meltdown in LSU land.
Yeah, now they got Vandy coming into town, so we'll see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Air Force with the easy 28-0 victory over Oregon State. Honestly, Oregon State's just going back and forth with quarterbacks. They don't even have an identity, but Air Force covers easily. Sorry, I had that one, and that was part of the Moneyline parlay, which is huge.
Yeah.
Nebraska traveled to Southern California, take on USC. Nebraska with the cover, but lost by 8. Back and forth game, USC made the switch to the Jaden Maeva. And he had some pretty good numbers against a tough Nebraska defense. Paul with the cover, though. Did you see him at all?
I watched a little of it, but I was following on my phone. It kind of felt like a nail biter. Like I did not feel comfortable at all during the game.
So USC was pretty much putting the pressure on?
No, I mean, like, the score was fine, but I don't know. I just felt like I was going to get burned bad because USC scored late. To go up 8. And then Nebraska was driving, but it just had all the feelings of like a fucking pick 6 type deal. I don't know what it was. I was just like really nervous I was going to get boned on that one. And like USC had 450 yards. Nebraska had like 300. It just, I don't know. From following on my phone, I did not feel comfortable at all. Yeah. But it ended up working out.
So speaking of that, pick 6 in the San Jose State against Boise State. These fucking guys, they're 14-point dogs, San Jose State, down by 14. There's a minute and change left. They're driving. I'm like, all right, they've been scoring they've been giving Boise State a run for their money. They look good. They're driving. This dumbass goes and throws a pick 6, and there's a minute and change. If the asshole just goes down, it would have been a push, but no, he decides to take it to the end zone. And then this isn't even like, it's still going on. So San Jose State gets the ball back like a minute, and I think it's like a minute 20 left. They drive all the way down to the field to the 1-yard line. they're having like all these substitution errors. There's like 10 seconds left. They end up like running out of time. They ran a play, but it was such a shit play, and they didn't even score. And Boise State covered the 14 points, won by 21.
Yeah,
like,
I heard
unbelievable.
Portnoy talking about it on one of his shows.
Oh my god!
He had San Jose State as well, and
Yeah.
he said it was one of the worst losses he's ever experienced in his entire life, like the baddest beat.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
of course, I
that's
had
a tough
San Jose
one.
State there. I was pretty pissed.
Yeah, I would be furious.
Yeah. We were both on South Carolina, though, and this one was a little bullshit because I remember fucking talking about this. Brady Cook was listed at doubtful on Wednesday when we looked at it. Yeah,
like, what the
books.
fuck, man?
It's
unbelievable.
It's crazy. I would not have bet this. I even fucking said that on the pod. I was like, if Brady Cook plays, I'm not fucking betting it, but if he doesn't.
The whole reason I bet it as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. Unbelievable. Arizona State with the outright win against Kansas State. I hopped on Arizona State, but this is a good football team. They're right in the mix with the Big 12 title game. But
talk about a league with just total parity. It's no one wants it.
Seriously. Honestly, I mean, we'll get into the
You're gonna
games,
say Colorado?
Yeah, I know. It's just
I don't think they're gonna, but we'll see.
You don't think they're gonna make it, or you don't
I
think they're gonna?
They might make it, but I don't see them winning it necessarily. I think they are gonna. They have Kansas and then I forget who. Some shit, I think.
Actually, I don't know who they play
last game
next week because they don't play Colorado State. They already played.
No,
them.
they did that already.
Yeah. Isn't this easy?
I'll look at it. You can keep going.
Hold on, I got it. Oklahoma State and
yeah,
win
terrible.
that easily.
That's who it is.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Wisconsin, tough play. We didn't have anything in this one, but played it very tough against Oregon. Only lost by 3. Oregon just slipped by, but Oregon might be sleeping at the wheel. What's going on there? Can't have that happen.
They kind of have a game to drop, though. Is the only thing.
Yeah, but you want to ride that hot undefeated season right in. But yeah, you're gonna have a game like that. It happens. You're not invincible. Georgia and Tennessee. Honestly, I was on the Vols here, and you were on Georgia. That ended up being a good pick. But honestly, I thought Vols played well here. They were going back and forth with them. I honestly was surprised they didn't cover in that one, but kudos to Georgia. They came on late and got that cover.
Yeah, either one here could have won very easily. I just happened to be on the right side, but yeah, for most of the game, it was a competitive game. I don't think the score necessarily was indicative of how close it actually was.
Yeah, 100%.
I was lucky to cover this one, I think.
Yeah. Then the late night, Kansas traveled to BYU, won outright, sealing that money line parlay.
Oh yeah.
But Jalen Daniels is a pooch kid, the fucking quarterback.
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw it and it hit the
BYU player just had no idea what was going to go.
And Kansas just recovers it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, that does suck, but Jesus Christ.
It is what it is.
Some action shit.
Yeah.
All right. Rolling to the premier games of this week. So starting out on Friday night, this is actually a pretty big game, but UNLV at San Jose State. UNLV 7.5 point favorites, over under 61.5, 10 p.m. start. I'll start off, but UNLV, they still have a shot at this Mountain West title game, so they'll be ready for this one. San Jose State, we just talked about that game against Boise State, played well with them and then just got blown out in the end. Kind of a heartbreaker for them. And, they do have a good quarterback. They threw for like 350 yards on him, but UNLV's defense is pretty good. They got a dual-threat quarterback. This game means a lot to them. They need this one. I think they'll win this one easily. I'll take them even with the 7.5.
Yeah. Wait, you picked UNLV?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. I'm just going to see something quickly. UNLV. Yeah, give me UNLV minus 7.5 as well.
All right.
I'm trying to see this San Diego State game. Like
San Diego State?
it
Is that on
won't. Well,
Friday
they
night?
the team they just played, UNLV.
Yeah.
They like threw the shit out of the ball on them.
Oh, dude, actually, I think you had San Diego State, didn't you? And you covered? Or it pushed. It pushed. Last week.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure something out. Oh no. Okay, I'm thinking of something different. Never mind. Yeah, -7.5. My bad.
All good. All right. Any other weekday games? I know we got action going on, but I wasn't sure if you looked at that before we head into the
No,
weekend.
Purdue, Michigan State. I think we can cover it at the end. I feel like I'm going to take Michigan State here. I think Purdue is just shit on a short week.
Yeah. UTSA is actually not a bad team, but
no.
Moving on. So big noon Saturday, Indiana at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Ohio State laying 13.5 right now, over under 51.5. What you got here?
So I've been going back and forth on it a lot. 14 points is a lot, but I think it's just going to be a talent overwhelms Indiana. But at the same time, like, I don't know, Ryan Day never really impresses me in these big games. But what I'm trying to figure out is, like, is this actually a big game? Like, yeah, it's 5 versus 2, but, like, is Indiana really the 5th best team in the country? I was just talking about how their schedule is so soft.
That's
so
definitely true.
it's like some conflicting information here. The Ohio State center tearing his Achilles doesn't help, obviously. I do think Signetti's a good coach and will have like a good game plan, but I don't know. At the Horseshoe, noon, I gotta go with Ohio State as much as it pains me. -13.5.
Okay. I mean, when I first looked at this, I thought Ohio State too. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you feel like they are the more talented team. I just want to see where most of the money's on. God damn it. All right, so actually most of the money's on Indiana. Damn, like 65%.
Really?
Yeah, that's interesting.
This guy I listen to a lot too, Brad Powers. He has Ohio State ranked number 1 in his power rankings, and I trust what he says. He's like a college football guru. So
Gotcha.
he usually comes on Thursdays, and that's his show. But I'm assuming he's going to take Ohio State.
Gotcha. Well, that might change my opinion on this. Now this is a toss-up game for me. No.
But he's big on betting numbers. So, like, I don't know. He may have bet it earlier when it was lower or something. I don't know what the line was, like, when it first
I think
opened.
it was, like, I want to say it was 11.5 or 12.5, so it might have went up a point.
Yeah, like, he usually jumps on it ASAP before the line moves.
I mean, it's smart. You want to get their best number.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, my initial thought was Ohio State, but I don't know. Indiana's pretty good against the run. They don't want to. I think they'll be able to keep Judkins and Henderson at bay, and then put more pressure on Will Howard to perform well. And Indiana, they are 9-0. I mean, they're a pretty good football team, 10-0.
Yeah.
There's a reason they have that record. And they didn't really have any slip-ups until I guess last week, but they were ahead in that game or 2 weeks ago against Michigan, and then they're coming in on a bye. And they're going to Ohio State. They know how important this game is. I mean, none of them have really played in this big of a game. But, that's something, too, to say. So, right now it's a toss-up game, but I'm definitely leaning towards Indiana. I think that's just a lot of points. I think this will be a better game than people think.
Yeah, I can see it. I don't know. You didn't convince me personally, but I can see it going that way for sure. But I'm going to stick Ohio State.
I mean, Ohio State's defense is really good, too, so I think Rourke's going to have some trouble.
Yeah.
Because he has been playing a lot of shit defenses. He didn't play against Oregon or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, the best defense, probably Michigan, maybe Nebraska. Nebraska, they dominated, but...
I don't know, dude. Oregon's and Ohio State's defense is pretty good.
No, for sure. But I'm saying...
Oh, that he played?
Yeah, that he played
Yeah.
like Michigan was his best defense he played, and then
Yeah.
probably like Nebraska. But they did smoke Nebraska.
Yeah. I mean, Nebraska isn't even been playing that well lately.
No, they're definitely not. But
Yeah.
at the time, I feel like that was a big game for them, and they dominated.
Moving on, BYU at Arizona State, and this is a big game too. This is actually a really good week. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I feel like I had a good feel for this, but you're bringing me down now, bro. After that one.
Sorry. We'll probably
But,
be on the same page here. I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm Arizona State. The BYU slide continues.
I agree. I mean, Arizona State just looks like the better team right now, and BYU coming off that loss against Kansas is probably like devastating to them. Now they got to travel to the fucking desert and play against the Arizona State team who's fucking rolling and have the Big 12 in their sights, the championship. I mean, talk about motivation, man.
Yeah.
And BYU's been getting lucky most of this season. I mean, you are undefeated, but you're going to have some luck games. You'll have some good games, but still, I think I agree with you. All right. Colorado versus Kansas playing at Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City. Colorado coming in as 3-point favorites, 59.5 over under, 3:30 p.m. If you listened last week, I think you'll know who I'll be on in this one, and it's Kansas, honestly. I think Colorado is just like BYU. They're a good team, but not a great team. And good teams slip up in some big-time matchups, and this is huge for them. Like we were saying before, this is probably the biggest game of their college careers. But now they're going in against Jalen Daniels and Neal at their running back. I mean, these guys, they've been playing great football. Now they're in it, and this is the team we thought we were going to see with Kansas. All they really have to do, control time of possession. I think they'll get this one against Colorado, and they'll probably win outright, I think, too.
Yeah, I'm going to take Kansas +3. I think they've just been playing really well, and I feel like Colorado, well, they've had a wonderful run here. Kansas is just too hot right now.
Yeah. I agree. So this one at Yankee Stadium, Army
Strike Bowl
versus
Pretty
Notre
cool.
Dame. Yeah. Dude, I saw a soccer game there once. So I was like, Jesus Christ. I was behind home plate. I'm looking in the outfield. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they're not really designed for football games, you know?
Not at all.
But Notre Dame coming in as 15-point favorites, over under 44.5, 7 p.m. start. You got anything in this one?
I'm going to take Army +15. Yeah. Service Academy, points. Shorten the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Notre Dame, they killed Navy, didn't they?
Yeah, but Army looks like a better team than Navy, honestly. They're more
Do you think so?
athletic. Yeah, I think so.
I think it might just be a better matchup, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt Army Navy will be a good game. It always is. But, like, I think Army is the better team.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to take
But I'm not
Army.
going to take any. You're going to take Army?
Yeah. I'm going to root
Right.
for the triple options, just burn clock.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
backdoor
not
it.
going to stay anything, but I'm not going to take anything in this one. But I just think it's cool. It's at Yankee Stadium, too, bringing something to New York City.
Yeah.
It's definitely, dude, like, this is a sports town. Everybody loves their sports around in the tri-state area here. So
Yeah. They don't give a shit about college football, though, unfortunately.
No, but if you go to some of the bars during college football, like, they're fucking packed.
Yeah.
And-
It's very, like, the people from the areas like them. But, like, I feel like growing up, most people don't have, like, a college football team,
Nah,
per se.
it's like all
this-
over the place. It's mostly like Notre Dame and shit like that.
Yeah. Like, the South, it's, like, a real thing down there.
Yeah, it's like a fucking religion down there.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, so moving on, big game right here. Bama at Oklahoma. Bama coming in as 13.5 point favorites, over and under 47.5, 7:30 p.m. start. You want me to start or you go?
Yeah, you start.
All right. So listen, I'm on Oklahoma in this one. This is the most important game of their season. Needs to become bowl eligible, sitting at 5-5 right now. Last home game. Has played good teams tough, like Tennessee and Ole Miss. Beat Auburn at Auburn. So you can see they can compete against some good teams. But losing Drew Pine was pretty bad. And Bama is a way more talented team. But also the Sooners' defense is actually kind of all right. And 90% of the money currently on Bama. Like, I just think this is the game where the public just gets hosed. Like, maybe a backdoor cover for Oklahoma, but I could see them not getting blown out in this one. And I think this line will even go up more if all this money's coming in at Bama. I might sit on it and actually look for 14 or 14 and a half, and then I'm jumping on Oklahoma here. They're practically begging you to take Bama at minus 13 and a half.
Yeah. So, I mean, Oklahoma's coming off the bye. The last I've seen of Oklahoma, though, the defense may have just, like, given up at this point because of how bad the offense is.
True.
The offensive line is not going to hold up at all. Like, Oklahoma is not going to be able to score more than 14 points against Alabama. And while their defense...
the over-under is only 47 and a half. They're not expecting a lot.
Yeah, but that would mean 33-14.
Yeah, but that's like, that's 22. But, you're within that, like, score of the backdoor cover almost.
Yeah, it's 19, so you are for sure. But,
yeah.
I don't know. Just watching this team, following them as close as I do, they would need, like, a backdoor cover to get to 13, I'd say. But I mean, it's college football.
In Norman too. Place is gonna be bumping.
Dude, South Carolina came in there and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, South Carolina's not a bad team though.
No, they're not a bad team, but
we are talking about Bama now.
We're talking about Bama, and it's not Oklahoma's year. I'm gonna take Alabama minus 13 and a half. It pains me. I usually don't bet against Oklahoma, but it's a lost season. I don't even give a fuck anymore about them for this season. I was saying I need to pick a team to win the championship, both in NFL and college, that I can follow and ride with.
My pick in NFL. My pick in NFL would be Lions.
I like the Lions, but they're the odds-on favorite right now, so.
Oh, they are?
I actually want to take them. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I want to, because they have like an easier path, because the NFC is really just like them or the Eagles. Maybe like the West winner. But
oh, damn. Ohio State is favorite too. Damn.
Ohio State is the number one team,
Plus
right?
320.
Yeah. And then I think it's like Oregon and then Georgia.
Yeah, Texas, Georgia, yeah.
Yeah, I think I might take Georgia, honestly. But I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I feel most confident about the NFL one where I'm going to take the Bills because I want to root for them. And
I think it'll be Bills and Lions.
Yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, Alabama minus 13.5. Oklahoma probably still sticking with Brent Venables next year. He's got we need major fixes immediately.
Yeah, I agree. But that's why they're Oklahoma, And now you're in the SEC, so you should have the power to do that. And honestly, if Venables doesn't do it, he'll probably be gone.
Yeah,
because Oklahoma's not going to take that.
Blue blood program will be back eventually.
Yeah, I agree. So that does it for the premier matchups. We'll run through some other games that we have our eye on. I'll start out. Texas Tech at Oklahoma State. Texas Tech's coming in as 3.5-point favorites. Honestly, Oklahoma State is one of the worst defenses in the country, and I'm going to take a high-powered offense like Texas Tech who puts up points. They're still in the running for the Big 12 championship. Give me Texas Tech.
Gotcha. Next one I see on the list here is Texas A&M and Auburn. A&M minus 2.5 going to Auburn. Opportunity for an SEC title game. Could be a look-ahead spot with Texas at the end of the year for Texas A&M. 2.5 is insulting for Texas A&M.
I know. I don't get. Auburn. That's what scares me, though. Like
Jordan Hare. I feel like Auburn is waiting for Alabama at the end of the season too, though. So like, I'm taking Texas A&M. I'm not even thinking twice about it.
Yeah.
Minus 2.5.
100%. Vandy at LSU. Vandy plus 7.5. LSU's going up against another mobile quarterback. And I'm thinking, they figured this one out too. They've gotten smoked by Milroe, and they got smoked by A&M Marcel Reed. He ran all over them, and that's all fucking Pavia does. I'm taking Vandy in the points.
Yeah, I think the wheels may have come off at LSU.
Yeah, now he's yelling at players. The team morale's down. It's just
they're out of the hunt. I actually really like Oklahoma's chances against them last game of the season.
Oh yeah,
just like
to become eligible.
Yes. Yeah. I think they lose to Bama. I think they might even get smoked by Bama and then give LSU a good game. Mostly because LSU is going to be distraught and not give a fuck.
Yeah, I could see that.
So, but yeah, I'll take Vanderbilt plus 7.5. I think they could win the game.
Got any more?
Let me see what else we got here. You wrote down on the list USC at UCLA. UCLA plus 4.5. The new quarterback for USC was actually pretty good. Big game for UCLA. Can still make a bowl. And they've been playing well the last few weeks. They have. I don't really have anything in this one, though.
I'm going to take UCLA. Battle for LA. UCLA, they're feeling themselves. They've been playing pretty well. I got to take them.
You know what? I actually think I'm going to take USC purely on Lincoln Riley out coaching whoever the hell the UCLA coach is. Sucks.
Actually, what is his name?
I forget what his name, but Riley usually does good against these like teams that he can scheme up against.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'll take USC minus 4.
This is the why did he even get off of Miller Moss? He just was feeling the other guy.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I guess
I
Moss
gotta look at
was throwing picks.
Turnover a lot.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers.
Deshaun Foster, I knew that for UCLA coach.
Deshaun Foster.
All right. So I'm on UCLA. You're on USC. Head to head. All right. This one I actually really do like, but Colorado State at Fresno State. Colorado State +3. They're riding a 5-game winning streak, flying under the radar, 5-0 in conference. Could be heading to the Mountain West Championship against Boise. And Fresno's done and not looking good as of late. I mean, they're coming off back-to-back losses against Hawaii, and that was at Fresno. Not even on the island. And Air Force. It's crazy that Colorado is not favored in this one, in my opinion. But, you know, Fresno, statistically, they are better than Colorado State, but I just think Colorado State, this is a huge game for them. They're going to be up for it. I'm taking them here. Put them in the money line dog parlay.
Yeah? Okay.
Calling it now. That's one of the teams in it. Gotta have the late night game in it, you know?
Yeah.
Even though I fall asleep fucking in the third quarter.
Do you believe Florida State is 1-9?
Yeah, that's Fade State, dog.
That's crazy, dude. You can't even bet them this week because it's fucking
Who are they playing?
Charleston Southern, but
Oh, they didn't even come out with a line yet, right?
nah, I don't think there will be a line. I'm gonna take Bowling Green -12 on the road against Ball State. Ball State sucks. Bowling Green, I think, is pretty solid MAC school.
I think, yeah, Bowling Green's is probably one of the better MAC teams, really.
Yeah.
All right. You got
Green
any others?
Falcons, baby.
Yeah. Green Falcons. Looks like fucking Diglett. Their fucking,
Yeah.
their logo.
Who else do I have? I'm going to take. Let's see here. Oh, do you have anything? Kentucky, Texas, home against Kentucky.
Nah, that's like a
20 and a
like
half.
20 point. Yeah, no.
No,
Too big
nothing.
of a line. I hate that shit.
Mm.
You like Kentucky in that one?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, that is a big ass line, and like you were saying, Texas really hasn't played a lot, so it could make sense. I don't hate it.
I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from it, actually.
All right.
You know what? I will take Minnesota plus 12.5 against Penn State.
You know, I kind of like that play too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because Penn
State
State
beats teams, but they don't like kill teams, and it's
exactly away.
Like,
Minnesota tough. I hope it's fucking freezing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They just
Starting
played
to get
Purdue, terrible team. Minnesota will give them a little bit better of a matchup, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna take it though.
I like it. I don't really have anything else, play wise.
Wisconsin, Nebraska, nothing.
Yeah,
Nebraska -2.5.
Wisconsin's been playing better, and I don't know. Nebraska's like
Nebraska
iffy too.
at home -2.5 after Wisconsin like gave it their all against Oregon. Had that kind of like heartbreaker. I'm just going off of like momentum there.
Yeah, not a bad play. I'm not taking anything in that one.
Yeah. All right. I'll take Nebraska minus 2.5. But that'll be. Yeah, let me get one more just off the wall one in here.
Some money line dogs out there. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Iowa State, Utah. Utah not good. All right. Well, look out for the card. There might be some ads.
Yeah. For sure. Quick update. Moved up a spot in the NFL pool. Went 4-1 last week. Now we're in 6.
How many like
1,600
games
people, baby.
are you behind the fifth person?
One. It's like, yeah, we're only 3 out of the leader. It's like neck and neck.
Yeah, that's big.
But we'll fall off because we're at 70% right now. The leader's at 76, and I think the usual winners, it goes down to like 65 or 60, something like that.
Usually, yeah.
I looked it up in the past, and that's what it was. Unless
is it all 18 weeks?
Yeah. Well, you get one off week.
Whichever one you choose.
Yeah.
Have you taken
You
yours
pick
yet?
any week. Yeah, we did.
You did.
Yeah. This week's kind of tough though.
I haven't looked.
There's
at
not
it.
like many games that like stand out.
Hmm.
So if you have a lot,
I was gonna say week 18 is probably really fucking hard.
Yeah. Or easy. Because more teams might want it than others.
I guess.
You know what's nice about this too, though, because the lines come out on Tuesday or Wednesday, and you can make it, and those lines stay for the rest of the week, so it could benefit you.
Yeah, it definitely could. It usually will benefit you actually because you get a line and then you get more information over the week, so it's always going to benefit you actually.
Yeah, it's nice. So maybe that's why the percentages are that high, but still.
Definitely. Why like the
I'm
winner
glued to the TV like every Sunday.
What?
Like on Sundays, I just put on Red Zone. I'm like glued to the TV or my phone watching it because like every pick is so big now.
Yeah. Sure, Meg loves that.
Yeah. Do that. All right. You got anything else?
Nah, that's it.
All right. Subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe again. Leave a comment, give a like. It's all very much appreciated. Paul, let's have a good weekend.
Have a good week, brother.
Later.